Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial on how I get my brows to look like this when they start out looking like this. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just going to brush my brows upwards and then downwards with a spoolie just so I can get the perfect shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this brown pencil that I got from the hair store and I'm going to outline the bottom of my brow. And then I'm going to outline the top. And I'm going to get those two lines to meet. And that's where my arch will begin. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my tail. I want my tail to be very defined. So typically I apply a lot of pressure when I'm drawing my tail and my arch. Then you want to go ahead and just fill in those areas in between the lines that you created. I tend to not fill it in the very beginning of my brows just because I want it to get that nice ombre effect so that it fades in like a natural brow would grow in. So yeah, now once you do that, you just want to keep defining the arch as well as the tail and fill in those sparse areas. So what I'm going to do next is I'm showing you how your brow should flow. You want your brow to begin where your eyeball begins, and then you want your arch to begin where your eyeball ends, and then you want your tail to begin where your nose lines up with the end of your eye. Now what I'm doing is I'm just taking some of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade, and I'm just defining my my arch and my tail, and I'm just shading in whatever needs to be shaded in, just so it's a little bit more, defined and natural looking. And I like the way the gel makes my brows stay put all day. So you could stop at the last step, but I like my brows to look very defined, so I tend to take my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the color Toffee, which is my highlighting color, and I just go ahead and I underline the bottom half of my brows just so that I can get a more defined look and a more highlighted look. Typically when you get your brows waxed or threaded, you always have that under eye area that's a little bit lighter, and that's the effect that I create with the concealer. You just want to be sure that you blend it out very well. I like to do this just so that I can define the shape of my brows as well as cover any unwanted hairs that are there, since I haven't gotten my eyebrows threaded, waxed, or anything in a while. So yeah, you want to go ahead and make sure that you're blending that out very well just so that it looks as natural as possible. And I'm using a flat top brush that I got from e.l.f. It's just a just typical $1 brush that they always have on sale at like Walmart or any drugstore. And I find that a flat top brush is the best way to define your brow. And I just go ahead and use some of that leftover product just to define the top part of my brows. But again, I don't grab any more product. That's just the leftover product from the bottom parts of my brows, because I don't like to highlight the top very much because I feel like it doesn't look as natural. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that same thing to the other side. I did that brow off camera, so not much needed to be said here. You already seen that on the other side. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with my brows now. The next step that I'm going to do is very unnecessary, but I like to do it. And I'm taking my Milani Baked Eyeshadow in the color Bella Champagne, and I'm just adding some of that under my brows just for an extra highlighted effect. So yeah, that's basically how I get my brows to look like this. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comment section below. Thank you guys, and see you guys next Monday.